Hello users, we're ready now to begin another tutorial for FlightLevel, tutorial number 5, and this will be the final tutorial in our series because it's the final introductory tutorial in this program. So let's click on campaign. And at this stage, again, we see the tutorial option and a day in ETT ACC. I've learned a little bit more about this. This is another introductory campaign, and it's supposed to be pretty challenging. Maybe we will do that in another video for this. If I click on that, I think I've finally figured out how to read this. This is a timeline for the 60 minutes of the campaign, and the bars represent the number of aircraft that are would be on the screen at that particular point within the game. And if we go back to tutorial, we see we've got a 30-minute timeline for this tutorial. Welcome to Talon, and the maximum number of planes on the radar that we will ever have is 10. Starts off with 4, and then it starts ramping up a little bit to 6, 7, 8, 9, and then finally 10, and then it starts dropping off until there are only 3 flights on the in the radar. This is called Welcome to Talon because it's going to be the Talon air traffic control, and we're going to combine everything that we've learned in the first 5 tutorials. It is starting at 12:30 p.m. I suppose, and has a duration of 30 minutes. I'm not sure what the ID 0 and V1 represent. Perhaps we'll figure something out about that later on. Here this says tutorial 67%. I guess we've completed 67% of the tutorial, and we have just about 1/3 of the tutorial to go, which will complete this campaign. Let's click on campaign, on play campaign, and go on, get into the radar. There we go. This says welcome to the final scenario of this tutorial. As you can see, this time you will be working in a real airspace, Estonia FIR. And your job is simple, quote unquote. Combine everything you learned in the previous scenarios and have fun. Over here on the left, we have the objectives of the tutorial. Get a feel of real traffic flows inspired by real life and keep them separated. So let's click Roger. And there are our first 5 aircraft. And these instructions are getting a bit longer, a little more complicated. The first thing you'll probably notice is that some labels have a different color. Those are not under your control yet, but you can still make requests regarding those flights. Let's take the Lufthansa flight from Tallinn. You may need to zoom in a little to see the label above this text box. And so let's see if we can move it. We just move it over there. You can see that it's kind of grayed out a little bit. That indicates an aircraft that's not yet under our control. DLH, I guess, is the Lufthansa designation. We can still propose a different flight level on that flight. Try changing the CFL of the DLH 880 to flight level 320. And so then ask, why 320 when their exit flight level is at 380? I'll explain in a bit, but for now, just do it or don't. I'm more of a mentor here anyway, but when you propose something to the previous sector, then that proposal will be highlighted in purple. And if they accept it, then it will start blinking green. So what do they want us to propose? They want us to propose a flight level of 320. And before we can do that, there are more instructions. Oh, and one more thing which you may not have noticed in the previous scenarios, when an aircraft first enters your airspace, they will call you with their call sign and flight level, and you must assume that label when they do. This will also trigger you to respond to the pilot, indicating that they are now under your control and you see them on radar contact. But now try proposing CFL 320 to the DLH 880. All right, so we're going to propose 320.
This is Emirates 101, flight level 360. This is Toby 1, flight level 350.
And we've got
Toby 1 to assume.
Radar contact.
Roger.
And what was the other one here? Let's go take a look at the history. Toby 1, and the other was UAI 101. And I don't see UAI 101. It must be on the screen somewhere, but oh, there it is. They want us to assume this is already under our control, I see. All right, okay, by now I hope you had a chance to test the proposal system on Lufthansa and assume the Toby 1. You may want to try using the zoom mouse scroll to see what's already visible outside and use the SEP tools to already measure potential conflicts that you may have detected. Also, what you may not have known before is that all airlines have a unique three-letter designator assigned for them. Lufthansa is DLH, Finnair is FIN, and so on. It is impossible to know them all, so if a controller doesn't know the call sign behind the designator, then they may always just use the letters of the designator as the call sign. DLH would be Delta Lima Hotel, FIN is Foxtrot, India, November, and so on. We're going to assume this one.
Emirates 101, radar contact.
Now let's get back to that Lufthansa 880. The reason I suggested to initially propose flight level 320 instead of flight level 380 is being highlighted to you now. It's the JAL 722, which is a potential conflict for DLH 880. Since the DLH is still climbing and increasing speed, it's currently useless to rely on SEP tools, since these tools consider current speed. And because safety is ATC's #1 priority, then we always give initial climb to the highest non-conflicting level. Of course, for instance, the UAE flights are not conflicting with DLH, so they would not be considered when choosing this initial level. But for now, there's not much else we can do but monitor the situation. There are many nuances to this particular conflict type, but what I've given you is a sledgehammer fix to it. As you can get more experience, then you may want to opt for some more scalpel-like tool, but when in doubt or time is a factor, we always use the sledgehammer because it gets the job done.
Roger.
So let's take a look at this. Right now we are ascending to, let's just take a look at that. We're ascending to flight level 320, and the JAL is already at flight level 340, so we don't want those to interact. Let's see if I can turn on where these flights are going, and we can see that they're going to cross somewhere down here. We don't want them both to be at flight level 340 when they get to this point here. That's the reason for going to 320. Now another potential conflict is Toby 1. Toby's always in trouble, and the same JAL 722, and this one can be measured with the SEP tools. So let's try them now. You may have noticed Toby 1 wants to land in Helsinki. This is the Helsinki airport here. I didn't know we could do that. That's EFHK Helsinki. F100 means designation EETN. Oh, the F120 means EFHK because it is at 1,200 feet, and EETN is at 1,000 feet. So, although interestingly, I don't think in real life they would ever issue a flight level at this low of an altitude. That's usually they go in feet rather than flight levels. Once it gets down below a certain level, I think something like 18,000 feet or 16,000 feet, something like that, is where they start using flight levels. But anyway, this is just saying they've simplified some things in this game so that there's not too many things that you have to remember. So let's take a look now at Toby 1. See, it has exit level at 120. And this that may be where it wants to be before it lands. So I'm not sure because we're not going to take it all the way to the ground. So I'm not sure what exactly, whether that's the ground level or the approach level. I'm guessing it's probably the approach level. But let's take a look. Now what they're going to do is we're going to descend Toby 1 before the JL2 catches up with it. And another option would be to keep Toby 1 above the JAL, or to vector one of the two aircraft to keep them away from one another. We'll just use, we'll descend Toby 1 to 310 at this time, and that will get it well below the JAL flight.
80, climbing flight level 320.
Toby.
Okay, we all know that the best way to learn this is by doing, so I'll let you handle it from here. Remember your main tools: vectors, level changes, speed control, and directs. You can also propose to the previous sector headings, directs, and flight levels. This helps you to solve some problems before they even enter your airspace. Also use the Q, S, and R tools. I've completed this scenario with just one vector and one level change and a few step climbs. Gave them the highest non-conflicting flight levels. See if you can figure it out. But remember, when all else fails, sledgehammer. I believe in you.
1, descent flight level 310.
Okay, so let's
Descend flight level 310. Toby 1.
Lufthansa 880, radar contact.
Roger.
Okay, it wants to go to 380, and I think we can let him go.
Lufthansa 880, climb flight level 380.
Climb flight level 380. Lufthansa 880.
He should be way, way above the JAL before they come together. Let's turn our vector tool on. Yep, let's see, R. It says 30 nautical miles in 4 minutes. So we should be fine. I don't see where there's a conflict going that way. All right, a quick tip, volume 2. If you're wondering what the 2 blue boxes inside your airspace are, then there are 2 approach sectors for Talon F0 F115, the north one, and Tartu F0 F095, the southeast one. These airspaces do not belong to you, so keep that in mind. And this is also why the DLH-880 was already climbing F110 to F110 without ever asking for your permission. In other words, what it's saying is we've got the EETN, and its airspace is in this, what it call a box, but in this level, and that's an airspace. It means down below a certain level, it belongs to someone other than the sector operator. And then we've got another airspace here for EEKA, and there's a third one here for EEKE, and so there's actually 3 different airspaces other than this sector that belongs to the ATC operator, or belongs to you as the ATC operator. It looks like this is going, well, the thing about this is this number, we don't know what this is because that's for the current airspeed. And this plane, this jet, is ramping up its speed, and we could have a problem here if they get too close. We'll just have to see what happens. Good here, we're already below the JAL aircraft, so Toby 1 is doing fine. Don't forget to check the Helsinki departures. So we've got another one here that's coming right down through here. It looks like possible conflict with the Fin 1AB. Fin 7QC is ramping up to, I think there's a lot of room. If I go Q, see about the closest I get, there's 14 miles, so we should be fine. CFL, that's the CFL, by the way, and means it is the cleared flight level, what the instruction that has been given to ascend to that. And this Finnair 1 Alpha Bravo is cleared to descend to
This is Echo Lima Yankee 7 Hotel Golf flight level 360.
Here we have
Echo Lima Yankee 7 Hotel Golf radar contact.
Roger.
a good drink of cold coffee. Here is a tip that I wanted to show you. Up here in the upper left corner, it's kind of hard to see because of my video, but this is the menu item, and if you click on that, that will pause the game. If you want to stop for a second and do something else and then come back where you're at, you can do that. And then clicking it again will take you back to the game to where you can continue. I'm going to take this opportunity to get myself a cup of coffee, or at least do that. It'll only take me a few seconds, so if you'll give me a break, hang on, I'm going to pause the video for this at this point, and we'll come right back. And there you go. You hardly knew I was gone. So we're going to come back into the radar. All right, let's see where we're at. Looks like we got another one here. Where's Mike 1 going? Let's see. Mike 1 and Finnair is look like they're heading
This
the
is
same
Finnair
direction.
7 Charlie Quebec, climbing flight level 280.
All right, we'll take it.
Finnair 7 Charlie Quebec, radar contact.
Roger.
And let's go ahead and clear him. 2380.
Finnair 7 Charlie Quebec, climb flight level 380.
Climb flight level 380. Finnair 7 Charlie Quebec,
Mike 1 wants to go to 380, but we're going to let these get some separation first.
Toby 1, descend flight level 200.
Descend flight level 200, Toby 1. This is
Doing
Mike
fine.
1, climbing flight level 280.
Mike 1, radar contact.
This is Charlie Alpha Oscar 1020, flight level 340. Roger.
Charlie Alpha Oscar 1020, radar contact.
Roger.
Mike 1 and RYR both wanting to go on the same route. As long as they stay separated laterally, we should be okay. This wants to go to 380. This wants to go to 380. I'm not going to give him clearance to 380 until I separate this one. I think I was supposed to transfer that, but oh, let's see, ROF. I'm not sure what ROF stands for. That's something I haven't seen yet, so I'm not sure what that is. I think we can go ahead and transfer this one. Oh, there's
Finnair 1
transfer
Alpha
there.
Bravo, contact 125.225.
Contact 125.225, Finnair 1 Alpha Bravo.
Let's see, what do we have? Still climbing. It's at 180. Oh, there is. Don't forget to transfer. Okay. About time to transfer this one, I think.
Juliet Alpha Lima 722, contact 135.1.
Contact 135.1 Juliet Alpha Lima 722.
Yep, 13.4 miles in 3 minutes, so we should be fine on those. Well, these two are getting kind of let's see, let's try it again. .5 nautical miles. That's no problem.
Lufthansa 880, contact 135.1.
Contact 135.1 Lufthansa 880. This is Ryanair 5 Hotel
Yeah,
Foxtrot,
that
climbing
was
flight level 280.
boy, that was a mistake there. That should get them separated. Fine, okay. Yeah, almost a problem. Now that's telling me there's something coming in, but I don't see him. No, that's not Finnair. RYR. I don't see him. Oh, there we are.
Ryanair 5 Hotel Foxtrot, radar contact.
Roger.
It wants to go to 380, and I think I can let this one go to 380 now.
Toby 1, request descent.
Toby 1 wants to descend.
Toby 1, descent flight level 120.
Descent flight level 120. Toby 1.
Emirates 1 Tango. Contact 125.225.
Contact 125.225 Emirates 1 Tango.
Yeah, it's jumbled up here a lot. That's good, nothing to do. That one's going down to 120, that's fine. This one is close enough to transfer, I think.
Emirates 101. Contact 125.225.
Contact 125.225. Emirates 101.
And this one wants to go, let's give him clearance.
Mike 1, climb flight level 380.
Climb flight level 380. Mike 1.
Ryanair 5 Hotel Foxtrot, climb flight level 380.
Climb flight level 380. Ryanair 5 Hotel Foxtrot.
Echo Lima Yankee 7 Hotel Golf. Contact 125.225.
Contact 125.225 Echo Lima Yankee 7 Hotel Golf.
Toby 1, contact 127.905.
And you see the airspace is
Contact
starting to clear out now. Getting toward the
127.905.
end of
Toby
the
1.
end of the scenario. That's good. Looks like we have completed most of our objectives. I'm going to click the End button to see all the labels. These are all of the locations or waypoints that can be used within the program. For example, this is where this thing wants to go to ROLAV, and if we were to scroll down far enough, we'd be able to see that that way down there, I think. There's ROLAV there. We only have 4 flights within our airspace, not counting the ones we've handed off. Let's speed this up a little bit so that we can complete this scenario.
Finnair 7 Charlie Quebec, contact 135.1.
Contact 135.1 Finnair 7 Charlie Quebec.
Oh, these separation tools don't start very easily. Sometimes you're supposed to click one label and then a second one, but sometimes that second one doesn't take. You have to start over. But we've got good separation. The closest will be 6.3 nautical miles. The closest lateral distance is 6.2 nautical miles in 2 minutes. And so even if they were both at flight level 340, we'd be okay. You know, it's like something I did slowed us down again. So apparently that the time warp here doesn't stick if you do something. So we're going to transfer mic.
Mic 1, contact 135.1.
Contact 135.1 mic 1.
He wants to be at 380, and there is ROF. What is that ROF? Next unit request transfer. Interesting. That just popped up there. Maybe when it's in the thing. And it looks like it's part of the label, but it doesn't disappear when the label disappears. So it looks like it's all out there by itself until you bring the label up. Well, okay, because that's so dim you can't see it. And again, I lost my time warp. So let's get that thing going. Okay, so it looks like you made it. Congratulations. But remember, this was actually a relatively easy scenario. Well, good to know that. Now that the real work begins. Try the next campaign a day in EETT to get a sense of real traffic flow in Tallinn, FIR in Estonia. We click Roger, and now we can skip and complete this scenario, and that's going to bring this tutorial to an end. Again, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please click like. Just kind of nice little reward for the work that I do. It's not really that much, not a lot of work, but like doesn't cost very much either. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you again in our next video.